Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about on the AI security officer day-to-day task. We will know what exactly an AI officer, security officer does in his daily routine. We live in an era powered by prediction. AI system dictates our mortgages, drive our cars, and guide our surgical robots. But what happens when that intelligence is compromised? When the system is designed to help us suddenly used to harm us? The one person to protect this the technology between the innovation and catastrophe is the AI security officer. So, starting with the morning ritual, you will see the transition of the officer desk, of the officer at that desk. The screens will be full of complex dashboards. Reports will be showing vulnerability scores for different models like NLP, computer vision, and so on. The day doesn't begins with an email, it begins with threat intelligence. Unlike traditional cybersecurity, where they monitor for the network intrusion, our AI security officer is focused on the threats to model itself. They are scrutinizing feeds for the adversarial machine learning vulnerabilities. For example, a new technique called model inversion that could allow an attacker to reconstruct the sensitive training data, like patient records, from just the model's output. The first task is to ensure their team has patched the all hardened all models against these newly report exploits, often often involving differential privacy techniques to anonymize the outputs. So, uh, uh, the focus area for the AI officer will be the model integrity and to monitor the adversarial defense. So, this is where the job actually gets unique for an AI officer. Proactive attack simulation. The officer and the red team don't just wait for an attack, they launch one themselves. They are running tests to see if they can trick the AI. A classic test is the data poisoning attack, where they try to subtile inject malicious, mislabeled data into training pipeline. If the model is poisoned, then it's rendered unreliable or worse, trained to execute a backdoor command. Later on, for an example, ensuring an algorithmic trading model can't be subtle, trained to execute a massive sell off only when a specific innocuous market condition is met. So, success here means having a robust input sanitization and robustness training, where the AI is deliberately exposed to noise and adversarial examples so it learns to ignore them in the real world. The other focus area will be for an AI officer will be on the ethical AI bias and trustworthiness. So this will have the ethical audit and bias mitigation. The AI security officer is also a chief trust architect. They spend significant time on the fairness, accountability, and transparency. Bias is a security flaw. A bias model can lead to a discriminatory outcome that erode public trust and expose the company for illegal action. So, the AI officer daily task here is running bias audits. They use explainable AI tools like Lime or Sharp, that's Lime, Lime, or SHAP, Sharp, to peel back the layers of the model's black box. They ask, why did the loan approval AI reject this application? If the decision is statically correlated with the protected characteristic like race or gender, the model is flagged, and their goal to adjust the model or data using reweighting or adversarial debiasing techniques for deployment. The next focus area for an AI officer will be in the collaboration and governance. So, the AI security is a continuous life cycle. It's not a one time scan. A major part of the day is governance review. They meet with the ML, machine learning operations team, to ensure security by design is being followed. Is the data for used for training stored in a secure encrypted enclave? Are model checkpoints been digitally signed to prevent tampering? So these are the gatekeepers of the AI pipeline. Nothing gets deployed to production without their sign off. Confirming robust access controls are in place. So, when these access controls are in place, and if they are very much robust, they will ensure that developers will have only the access to that data, and that is on the need to know principle and having the least privilege, so that all the model versions are tracked and be audited. The next important focus area for an AI officer is incident response. So, what exactly will the AI officer does then whenever there is an incident which is happening? So, this is the moment they are trained for. Let's uh, let's simulate a threat that a hacker uses a query attack, repeatedly submitting specific inputs to steal proprietary information about the model's architecture, a process which is called model extraction. The AI officer's team is instantly mobilized. First, containment. They might quickly throttle the API request or temporarily switch the system to a less powerful pre-hardened shadow model. The next will be the second step will be the forensics. They use specialized tools. They use specialized tools to analyze the interaction logs, identifying the attacker's pattern and tools. Third, third will be the eradication. Okay, they then implement defense, such like defensive distillation process, defined distillation process, retraining the model to be more resilient to subtle the input changes. It's a high pressure race against the clock to protect companies' core intellectual property. So, now, the conclusion and the future outlook for an AI officer. So, the AI officer can never stand still. Today's job about securing predictive AI, tomorrow's is about securing generative AI, protecting against the large language model prompt injections, ensuring integrity of synthetic data, and guarding against the proliferation of convincing deep fakes. They are constantly researching advanced concepts like homomorphic encryption to allow AI process the data, uh, to allow the AI to process the data while it remains encrypted. pushing the boundaries of what both powerful and truly secure. At last but not the least, fa- uh, at last not the least, the AI security officer's day is a complex dance between the innovation and caution, between the codes and the ethics. They are essential human element ensuring that our AI grows smarter, it also grows safer and more trustworthy. It is a relentless job, but it is the single most vital role for the future of technology. If you are passionate about protecting innovation and if you see the future of computing, then the mission needs you. Thank you for watching.